Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't think it can get worse on this channel with crime, I'm here to tell you it does. That's all I can say. Especially when it comes to like little babies and newborns. You know, some sick individuals, especially when they're like not adults yet and they have kids and then they take their baby lives. I'm here to say that there's other ways, you know, giving it up for adoption, leaving on a doorstep somewhere. Anybody else will take care of that child. It's like, it's better than murdering an innocent baby and then trying to go and play it off like you never had a kid before, because I'm here to tell you that it always come back to you. One way or another, it's gonna come back and bite you in the butt. Y'all, this case is really dark. It's really gruesome because we're dealing with a newborn, a baby that was just born, murdered by her mother, 17-year-old, slit the baby throat, stabbed the baby to death, put the baby in a bag of dog food, like a dog food bag, and thrown in a closet under clothes. I don't even know if it get worse than that. It's just so heartbreaking. And the worst part of this all is that the girl is only most likely getting 20 years in prison. I guess because she's like a minor. I'm like, no, charged as an adult, but she also pleaded no contest. I don't know what that means. I'm not a law person, y'all. I should ask my sister that. I need to tell my actually about this case today because I'm actually curious. So let's get into it. Teen who went to the store after placing stabbed newborn baby inside plastic bag of dog food under clothes and closet found guilty faces prison. A 17-year-old Nebraskan charged as an adult with murdering her newborn son by cutting his throat, stabbing the baby to death, placing the baby inside a dog food bag, under clothes inside a bedroom closet, and then going to the store, is looking at 2 decades to life behind bars after pleading no contest. And I do believe no contest, if I watch enough Law and Order, doesn't that mean like you don't go to trial, you just plead guilty? Like I could easily look it up myself. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Is that like, you know, you don't go to court, the judge decides? I think that's what that is. Sheridan County Attorney Jamian Simmons confirmed to Law and Crime that Chloe was found guilty of second-degree murder on Tuesday after entering the no contest plea in court as a part of a plea agreement resolving the case that was initially charged as premeditated first-degree murder committed in the course of a felony child abuse and with the use of a deadly weapon, a knife. And I think what I be thinking is that like her defense team wanted her to do that so she don't get death in prison. Also, they drop other charges because I think they look at like the most heinous, so they just settle it. That's what it is. I believe they just settle it. And I'm like, no, with these cases, they should not have a say-so in anything. I believe they should go straight to court because people need to know what happened. I don't like the no contest. I'm like, yeah, they don't want to be in front of a trial because everybody gonna want to murder you, but they should put this should be everywhere when stuff like this happen. And mind you, there's actually a crazy case right now with a little girl, I think, that was raped and murdered in India. And y'all know when those happen, it's like protests happen. So I saw that just like a second ago, but I also saw it yesterday again. People are protesting there about like something that happened there. And I don't talk about Indian cases. I might, because they're just the men are disgusting down there. Like I'm sorry, I don't really care what you think when I'm about to say this, but I hate a lot of men in India. They're disgusting beings, and you know, their culture of you know, marrying that young and is disgusting. Also with like, you know, the Middle Eastern countries, I saw that in the news when I saw it on X, on Twitter, when they was talking about them trying to make it like legal to rape men in prison. I'm like, okay, all y'all are like gay or something. Like, what is that about? Also it was like, and that was men on men stuff that they was trying to make legal, talking about prisoners. I'm like, that's disgusting. That's just disgusting. Also, they're also up there, like, you know, I think they can marry younger people too, but I know India can too. Just these countries are absolutely disgusting. They're filthy to me. I'm sorry. These third world countries, I cannot. I don't care what you think. There's absolutely disgusting and filthy human beings to think like that. But yeah, I don't know how to do those cases. Those cases are just sickening. And every time something like that happen, people, they protest down there, as they should, because I'm like, okay, I would hope some of y'all got some freaking brains down here and want to try to end this. But the fact that like those people, they gang rape little kids up there, like I don't know what's that about. And that's stuff too much. It's too much for me. Like, I be hearing those crimes, just like, it be the verge of crime, because it's like kids that's like going through that stuff. And it's these old men who are absolutely disgusting, ill. But yeah, that's why I can't do those. Yeah, I would probably I would go crazy talking about those. I'm not joking. When details of the case against the 16-year-old Chloe at the time first emerged, said the Gordon Police Department responded to her home after the teen's parents found a horrific blood-covered scene in their daughter's bedroom on November 6, 2023, when a deceased newborn remains were found in an empty plastic dog food bag and a trash bag in the teen's closet, covered with clothes while the defendant was out at the store. While Copeland Anderson's father reportedly believed the newborn had been stillborn, her mother shouted to a responding officer that she, Chloe, hurt him, the baby, and that you could see the marks. Authorities reportedly confirmed that the newborn had been stabbed several times and had a cut throat. Okay, how can you cut a baby throat? Like, you're a monster. You're beyond monster. You're disgusting. You're just bottom. Oh my God. Insane, sickening. Okay, let me also say this. I'm thinking that this girl was like, I thought they was gonna say like homeless, or like, she was in a shelter, or she just had no parents who loved her. I don't know, but it sounded like they was there and they was nervous and scared to an alert. So I'm like, okay, how did she get like this? Did she not? Now, sometimes when women do this stuff, young girls especially, they don't know how to take care of a baby. They'd rather kill it because they don't want. Did they know she was pregnant? Were they helping her? Like, it's so much. I'm like, and I would easily get mad even more before this, but I'm really curious now. I'm trying to think about what could have been. Like, did she not have help, or there were nobody there to support her? Because it sounds like she has support, but I can be reaching. I don't know about what's going on. They ain't say all that. But since they said the mom said she hurt him, I don't know. But the dad thought she had a stillborn, so I think they knew she was pregnant. But how can you just go to the store after that? Like, I know she was in pain. You're in pain from walking if you just had that baby. Or maybe they knew. Let me finish reading, y'all. The Star Herald reported that the parents earlier that day noticed that Copeland Anderson grabbed the knife from her kitchen drawer, and that when the defendant got back from the store and was confronted by her mother, she admitted the baby was dead and that she killed it. Whoa. After Copeland Anderson was arrested, prosecutors moved to charge her as an adult in the case. Now that she had been adjudged guilty as an adult, she faces at least 20 years in prison and technically as long as a life imprisonment. Though prosecutors are not seeking the maximum punishment as a copy of the plea agreement obtained by Law and Crime. And I don't know why, because she should. Absolutely sick. Her parents was there, and it seems like they was there, and they knew she was pregnant, and they were like, they trying to see what happened to the baby too. It's actually insane how she was like, I killed the baby. Like, what? How? Y'all, we live in a world nowadays where it's just up for grabs of who needs to be put to death. That's basically what it is. Now, this is some of the stuff that I guess that's why they're not going with life in prison, or they're not seeking the maximum, which is weird. I don't care if that's your job. Like, God dang it, what the heck is like justice in this country if you don't seek the maximum punishment for these freaking killers? I don't care if she's not 18. She's basically an adult. You was an adult enough to have, like, I ain't gonna even say that because, sometimes it don't be planned, and I got a feeling this one was not planned. So let me take that all the way back. You was adult enough to know you were pregnant. Let me go there, and let me not be rude about the pregnancy thing, because people get pregnant all the time now. Don't hate me, y'all. I'm just saying. People get pregnant all the time. But it's only, she was aware of everything. It's just the fact that she went to the store, which is crazy. There's a real likelihood then that she may not get out of prison until her late 30s. 30s? What? 30s? They acting like this is the 60s. Under Nebraska law, a second-degree murder occurs when one causes the death of a person intentionally, but without premeditation. Without premeditation. Okay, you got a knife. Is that not premeditated? Right there. The mother saw her get a knife. Is that not premeditated? You slit a baby's throat. Is that not premeditated? Because obviously she killed the baby, but she also stabbed it. So is that not overkill? So these laws are not making sense. I don't know. Copeland Anderson is expected to appear in court on October 15th, likely to set a sentencing date. That's crazy. She declined to talk, of course. Man, there's no justice out here. people go to jail and they don't get put down, and I ain't saying she needs to be put down, which, you know, I would say death would be there. I would just say life in prison, though. She's 17 years old right as of this moment. She was 16 at the time, so she's not an adult, but basically she is. I would say life in prison, or at least 50 years. Come on, 20 years? What? That's crazy. And in that picture, she only looks like she's a teen, but she just had a baby. Like, I'm confused. Did they take her to the hospital? Like, they didn't say anything about that, so that's another theory. They didn't say anything about that, so maybe she went to the hospital and they knew that she had the baby? Could be. I don't know. And I was really, like I said, y'all, I don't know if she had that baby in there or not, because I feel like they would hear her, so maybe she had the baby at the hospital most likely, and was like, she just didn't want the child. Where is the dad? I feel like the dad's not there, because they didn't say nothing about that, so maybe she's a single mom, and she just didn't want the baby. And you know, I feel like a lot of kids are doing that nowadays, people who are forcing them to have babies. If you didn't want the baby early on, you could have got that taken care of in a state. You know, I'm not saying, you know, there are people, we all know, I'm not getting into this, you believe abortion or you don't. I believe people should do whatever they want with their bodies, as long as, you know, it's the appropriate time, which they mean early on, when it's like just happened, you know, plan B, you have contraceptive. People need to start being more careful. But if you're going to take that route, go to a place where you can have an abortion, and make sure that, you know, you're early on. Now, I'm not with abortion when you see a baby. It's like, that's what I'm not. And I'm like, hey, that's crazy. Like, I'm not with that. So that's why I say I'm all for people, you know, doing what you want with your body early on, though. But there's definitely more options she had. Just give the baby up if you didn't want the baby. Give the baby to your parents, because I'm pretty sure they would have took care of that baby. You didn't have to kill that baby. Y'all, she stabbed this baby to death, cut the throat of a newborn. Now, that's insane. Now, it's been a while since I said imagine. It hasn't, because I feel like I said in the last in all my videos. But trying to imagine somebody like cutting the throat of a newborn is so shocking. That whole sentence just came out is like insane to say. But like, trying to like picture somebody stabbing a baby is so sad. Like, they didn't hear nothing, the parents, like, y'all didn't hear no baby crying. Like, I would be like, were they not checking on up? Like, I'm so curious about what's going on in this house. Did they know she was having? These are the questions I got. Did they know she was pregnant? Did they know? Did she have the baby there? Were they not helping out with the baby? Were they trying? I would be up there. I would be up there a lot. Do you want me to watch the baby? Do you want me like so you can go out? That's me though. I'm so curious. Like, what? All I saw and all they said is that they saw her grab the knife and then she went to the store. So like, I would be like, why are you going upstairs with a knife? That's what I'm curious about. So were they not like that? I'm like, what? So many questions, and this is a mystery. But yeah, 20 years is definitely not long enough. The girl is only gonna be like 30 something. I hope she get longer time sentence. So you know what? Dang. Be careful, y'all. Take care of your kids. If you don't want them, get to somebody who do. There's a lot of people who want kids and can't have them. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Be careful. If you're at home and you see somebody going upstairs with a knife, go right behind them. Go right behind them with one too, just in case. You be like, what you doing? If they got a baby, you be like, whoop, where you going? Nope, we ain't doing that down here. Call the cops. Because you never know what can happen. It's so sad. This baby did not even get to live his little life. So I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.